Ed and his friend Cassidy. Written and illustrated by Dakota Blue Richards. Ed the stick insect is a very special stick insect. He is about as long as a small stick and as fat as a small stick. And Ed can talk. This is Ed. Ed likes to watch the children through the school window, and this is how he taught himself to read and write. Ed loves to read books and learn things. His favourite book is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Ed's greatest ambition is to go to school, but unfortunately there aren't schools for stick insects. This is the story of how Ed achieved his dream. One day, Ed decided to start a protest, so he worked very hard and made a sign. Then he went to stand outside the school, but nobody seemed to notice him. Some people nearly squished him. Ed decided it was no good protesting alone, so he made another sign advertising his campaign. It said, "Stick insects should go to school too. Meeting here 4 o'clock today." Ed waited, but nobody arrived, and just when he was about to go home, he heard a voice behind him. "Hello," said the boy. "Are you here for the meeting?" said Ed, hopefully. "Yes, my name is Cassidy," smiled the boy. From that moment on, Ed and Cassidy became the best of friends. They had a lot of fun together. They played football in the park. They played fetch with the dog, although this game made Ed a bit nervous. They played hide and seek. This was Ed's favourite. Ed and Cassidy read books together, and of course, they protested outside the school together. But the teacher always made Cassidy come inside, and he was forced to leave Ed protesting alone. Finally, Ed and Cassidy decided that protesting outside the school was not enough, so they went to see the Queen. "I completely agree," said the Queen. "Everyone should be allowed to go to school." So she talked to some very important people and made some very important arrangements. Now Ed goes to school every day and learns lots of new things. Although the most important thing that Ed has learned is that if we work together, we can change the world. The only problem Ed has now is that the teacher doesn't believe him when he tells her the dog ate his homework. My favourite part of going to school is meeting new people and making friends. There are some subjects that I don't understand as much as others and that I find quite difficult. Things like science and physics, stuff like that goes completely over my head. My teacher, Mr. Cooper, he's like my favourite teacher and he makes me want to learn. I don't know why or how, but he does. I have a 7-year-old cousin called Cassidy who has stick insects, and it just kind of came from that. My favourite book is the one that I'm reading at the moment. It's 1984 by George Orwell, and I like it because it kind of challenges the way we think about things, and it makes me appreciate what I've got in my life. I decided to take part in the Big Read because I think that all children should be allowed to go to school and have the right to education, because I think education and learning is what sets you up for the rest of your life, and if you don't have that as a kind of foundation, then it's quite hard and it limits your possibilities for your future. If I could change one thing in the world, I would make sure that all the world's wealth was kind of distributed equally, and so you wouldn't have people in poverty, and at the same time you wouldn't have people who are ridiculously rich. I just hope that everyone kind of really pays attention to this, and that, there's a big step forward, and that all the kids do get a right to education.